Welcome to Mermaid Love Tarot for your 5-part weekly bundle reading. I'm a counselor, a 2-time award-winning actress, and tarot reader. Enjoy your reading.
Hello Capricorn, welcome back to Mermaid Love Tarot for your 5-part bundle reading. My name is Priscilla and I am not just any tarot reader. I'm going to begin with the angel answers. So if you have any questions in your mind, I'm going to answer them with the angel answers. First, I just want to make clear the raffle that I'm having in my channel. You just have to do 4 things in the long form video, not in the shorts. Every week you write your name, you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Write your name in the comments, either first or last or both. Both will help me more to connect with your energies. Then you're going to hit like, then you're going to share the video. I can see when you guys are doing that. So, once I see your name in the next Capricorn reading, I will say your name in the beginning of the video and then do your mini reading at the end of the video. In addition, I have just joined forces with Amazon. So that link is right next to the Little Mermaid in my main description, in the main area of the channel, not in the description of each video. Well, I also put it there, but you will have to copy and paste it. But if you go to the main page next to the Little Mermaid, you can just hit tap on the link. It will take you to my Amazon page. In my Amazon page, I have everything in categories: my favorite foods, all my tarot decks and oracle cards. I also just recently made a video of the Saint Benedict medallion. You'll find it in my esoteric category so that you can protect your home, windows, mirrors, or portals. And that's what that's for. After that, in the video, I indicate to you that you have to cleanse your energies with using the egg ritual, which is also the Saint Benedict protection video, and the egg ritual I leave at the end of all my videos, okay? All my weekly videos. So it's there for you to see. I also read in English and Spanish. So you are more than welcome to go to my channels, check out those Spanish readings, and then just use the English subtitles. All right, you guys. In addition, I am a 2-time award-winning actress. Check out my IMDB page. I leave the link also in the main description page. And you can check me out on Instagram. I have my Instagram link there as well. All right, so you have the card of trust. Okay, this may be because you're asking for something and they're telling you to trust that it's gonna happen, or just to trust, okay, because you're ready. You're ready for something. All right, this could be opening a new business, starting a family, reaching out to your family that you haven't seen in a long time because somehow they betrayed you and they're asking you to trust them again, and that you're ready to take that step. All right, you're ready to take that step to forgive, to start all over, that kind of stuff. All right, we move on to your energies. Also, you guys subscribe because I go live and answer free tarot questions. I have already made it to monetizing with YouTube. Congratulations to me. So I am going to start my subscriptions soon, and I will give you more information about that. I know that would involve, so far, me going live more and answering questions for my members. All right, renewed for sure. Because it's like you might have gone through something and now you're ready. They're telling you to trust because you're going to, renew something in your life. Something that may have been stale, like, because of her, you stopped going to school and now it's like you start all over again. The number 30 might be significant to you. I can't say in any combination, of course, because it's only the 3, but the 3 means connecting. All right, you might be connecting to people who are like-minded with things that you might want to do. If you're going back to school, reconnecting with old friends, or just reconnecting. We might see the 3 of Cups. Just reconnecting, the 3 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, the 9, the 10, the Tower, the Death. Judgment and Justice. I always call them together because for me, it's almost like they always come out together. They just go hand in hand, those 2 cards. And the Ace of Swords, which is like justice in the minor arcanas. All right, and you have a lot of happiness with the Dolphins. A lot of happiness. You're ready, you're being renewed. Happiness, trust. Of course, use your discernment. We might see the High Priestess. Use your discernment when it comes to trust. All right, we might see the card here of that family card that you need to maybe forgive. What do we have, please, for... Oh my God, don't start falling. I'm such in a tight space, even though I'm like reorganizing. I reorganized everything. It says release inner criticism. Silence the inner critic. Speak to yourself with kindness and watch your confidence soar. So many things that, you know, just align in you being ready to do something. So release the self-criticism, you guys. And because that sometimes leads to doubt. So if you are planning to go back to school, if you are planning to start a new business, don't let that get in the way of you having second thoughts, doubts, okay? What do we have, please, for Capricorn? I love you, Capricorn. You're my favorite sign. Do not tell anybody. That's because I'm a Cancer and you're my opposite sign. All right. So you were in ghost state. You were redirected. God took somebody out. This is now with more confidence. I say the tower is going to come out. God took something away from you. Somebody who ghosted you, a friend in a romantic relationship, they did you a favor. That was a big, big favor that they did you by taking this person out of your life. All right. Somebody who ignored you, or, you know, because we can be in a relationship and feel like we're not in a relationship. We still feel alone because the person doesn't even pay attention to us. All right. I'm going to ask for 2 more cards. Then we're going to do 3 more. Then we're going to do your advice. We're going to move to money and career, love, oracle messages, initials, more signs with the sign, with the dice for the signs. And yeah, you guys. Alrighty. So we have, your first card is the Emperor. Okay, this is Aries energy. You're for sure. See how everything is aligning? It's almost like telling a story step by step, right? Because with the Emperor, you're going to be in your own power, all right? You're going to be more in your masculinity than you are in your femininity, right? If somebody used to control your life, whether in a relationship or whatever, it's almost like you're saying no more of that. I'm in control of my life. I am my own authority, and I'm not going to let anybody step all over me. Some of you may be literally healing with regards to a surgery or something you may have recently had. But they're also telling you to take the time out to just rest, okay? Pray. If you're not a prayer warrior like me, pray, okay? Maybe you have been disconnected from God. But also, whatever you've been praying at night, it's going to happen for you. Because we're seeing here that now it's like God is saying, okay, I'm giving you what you always wanted because I feel like now you're ready. You weren't ready before. You weren't ready when you were going through a lot of pain, right? Because in the past, God was giving you something and you weren't taking it. You were just like, I'm bored. You know, like I don't see anything happening in my life. I just, you know, feeling depressed, feeling helpless, like you weren't gonna, you know, despite the fact that if you look at this person, he's successful with those 3 cups standing, right? He's been successful, but he comes across a snag. And that's what happened to you. It was almost like you were going, and all of a sudden, boom, stalled. If we see the Hangman, I wouldn't be surprised, okay? But this card also signifies being eager to change, okay? And there's going to be a change in your life that's going to give you like that little boost, like, okay, you know, I can do this. I can go back on my feet, right? And stop criticizing yourself. You know, I can do this. I'm dumb. You know, I don't have the ability to do something like that. No. All right. Not only are you going to have the ability, but you're going to be embodying the King of Cups. If you hire people for your business or something like that, you're going to be very compassionate towards them. All right. And understanding, you know, not being those kind of bosses who are horrible and, you know, just about themselves. But again, the High Priestess, I don't know if these two are the High Priestess because they're facing down and I can see them. But this also signifies using your better judgment, right? Using your intuition. Yes, trust people. But first, you know, test the waters before you give your all. And you're like, okay, I fully trust you. No. Yeah. A lot of things, a lot of heavy things are just leaving your life. Not just because you carry the weight of you and others, but not just literally physical, but mentally. That's why they're telling you to rest. Because mentally, this is Sagittarius, and you've been going at it psychologically. You know, it's a lot of psychological pressure of not knowing what to do. and finally saying, you know what, I can do this. I'm not going to criticize myself anymore. I'm going to do it. It's a renewal. Okay, yeah, because you're looking and planning with the Two of Wands, right? Trying to see where can I venture out. Not just physical venture, like, okay, I'm going to go to another country, but like, what other careers can I venture into, right? Is this really what I want to do, right? Because you're going to be making bold decisions, all right? Going through a decision-making process, again, Aries energy, and just taking bold decisions, right? Planning for a new beginning. There's just a lot of new beginning in this reading. Like something renewed, something you're starting all over, and, you know, you're like, okay, it's time for me to wake up. Yeah, strike. And it says breakthrough. You can't make this up. You cannot. This is your advice. This is a breakthrough. If you have been striking, you know, it's almost like when you go bowling and you strike, right? You're focused on your success. You're taking a lot of decisive actions. I'm reading what the card says, just so you can see how aligned it is. And mastering something that you love to do, right? And then coming out on top. Because if you're a master, you're going to know more than everybody, right? So that gives you like kind of it puts you like ahead in line, so that if you're looking for a job, they're going to be like, okay, no, this person is more experienced than this other person. Kind of, you know, that's just an example. We're moving on to money. Wealth. All right, you are working towards real wealth and prosperity in your life. Keep investing in yourself and look into the long-term career planning. All right, so some of you may be like in a temporary job, and now, you know, now God says, okay, now I'm going to give you this, and it's not going to be a temporary job. It's going to be long-term, and you're going to be a supervisor. Let's just say, right? He's putting you up there. What do we have? Yeah, professional networking. So this could be when I told you that the Three of Cups will come out, when I told you that you should be going out, you know, being with friends, you know, connecting with the number 3. This is professional networking. So try and go out with like-minded people. Okay, it says build and maintain a professional network. Attend events, join professional groups, and stay connected with industry peers to create opportunities. All right, because when you meet people, that's when you start to create opportunities, and that takes you to that gold, right? That wealth, that stability, because you're planning. You are for sure planning, and you're gonna strike, make bold and decisive act. Take decisive action. What do we have? Shedding, yeah, reducing losses, elimination, and completion. Yeah, there's something you completed, whether that was a breakup, a job, a project, whatever. All right, and you're just going through a metamorphosis. You cannot make this up. We have renewal, we have you're ready, we have release your inner criticism, trust, happiness, and now this, right? Time to set higher goals. Okay, and just shedding your skin to start all over again. It's almost like into a new life. We're moving on to love. What do we have for Capricorn? Drama in your love life. Could it be, you guys, that you are going through drama in your love life? All right, some of you may be experiencing like arguments, drama, nonsense, like just drama. You know, things that it doesn't even have to be an argument about, but your significant other, you know, blows things out of proportion. I'm getting some of you may have had issues with money. You're arguing with your partner with regards to money. And it says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. All right, so try and get past the drama. Basically, they're telling you life is too short. We don't take anything except happy memories. All right, so start reducing the drama as best as you can, you know, work together, try to create happy memories, because life is short. Like, you really have to, like, pick your battles. It says pieces. You always pick up the pieces when things fall apart. Yep. Now look for the complete package. So pick up the pieces. All right. Try to mend things and try to go back to being fine with your partner, because it's true. We don't take anything. I always say that. We only take the memories. All right. We move on to oracle messages. Guys, I am available for personal readings. Okay, a lot of people have been asking me, and then when I go on air, when I'm recording, I forget to mention that to people, because I've been getting a lot of direct messages, because I book quickly, because I'm not just any tarot reader. I call out the cards and the cards come out. And I have over 2,000 videos that you know, show that. It says, fact check. A faulty belief system will still feel true if it's never been challenged. How much of your truth is based on secondhand stories and emotional static? All right, you guys? So you need to let go of a false belief system. Wait a minute. Sorry, the cards were mixed. I don't know how that happens because they're side by side. What do we have for Capricorn? All right, and it says crossing into light. I face new bridge on my journey to inner transformation. Like, every day I practice the laws of universal love. I approach the current situations with positivity, knowing it will help me grow and evolve. As I cross this bridge towards the light, I am reminded of true meaning of life. We just spoke about that, right? We just spoke about that when we said life is too short. So get it together, make up with your person, and stop. And then it goes back to, you know, growing, renewal, right? Just going through something new, a transformation. We've talked about, we use the word transformation more than once. It's just a lot of transformation going on. Even to the point of you saying, you know what, I've been too nice. I'm not going to be like that anymore because people take advantage of me. Whatever transformation. You have the card of air. It says breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life bringing energies. It's almost like a rebirth, basically, right? And that's exactly what you're going through. A whole new rebirth. You can't make this up. All right, you guys. And for your initials, we have BFG. All right. Fernando, I'm hearing for the F, and Felix. They're not giving me anything else for the other initials. Then you have Cancer, you have Gemini, and Leo. All right, for more additional signs that might be in your energy. All right, you guys, this has been your reading. I hope that somehow it has resonated with you, but just know that you're ready to take that step into whatever you want to do. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, put your name in the comments to be entered for a mini reading that I will announce every week when I do your sign. All right, you guys, take care. As always, help anybody, and don't worry about who it is you're helping. Just help people. And don't forget to live in harmony and love. One love, and I'll see you soon.
Thanking you for watching, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.